Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to install my UMI Drag Bar on my 2002 Camaro SS. Anyway, I should have done a little more research before I bought this. This really isn't meant for a car like mine. This is meant for cars that leave real hard and make a lot more power than what I make. But I already got it. I'm not going to bother sending it back. It'll still work as a sway bar as far as that goes. And the U-bolts are a little too big for my axle, but it'll still work because this here will locate this on the axle, this little tab here. And I'll find myself a set like this, only one that'll fit the axle properly. And here's where the end links actually mount to. This bolt's on the body, but they recommend that you weld it. I don't have a welder, but I got a friend who's got one. He said he'd weld it for me. But I'm going to just put it on temporarily just to see if it makes if there's any extra noise or the car handles funny. So anyway, that's what we're going to do today. We're going to install this. Okay, so start by, you're going to remove the wheels first. And I'm going to start by removing the end links. Okay, next we'll remove these two 15mm bolts that holds the, I'm not sure what it's called, but that's got to be removed. Okay, I'm going to have to use the ratchet. There ain't enough room in there for the impact gun. Now all we got to do is go to the passenger side and do the same thing. Okay, next up we want to remove the factory sway bar. It's just held in by two 13mm on each side. So remove these. Okay, I'll just leave one bolt on loose and go over to the other side, and then I'll remove the sway bar. Okay, so I got the other one, the other bolt set, so we'll remove this and then we'll drop it off. And you take your U-bolts off. Okay, so here's what I meant by these U-bolts being too big. These ones will almost fit right inside them. But it'll still work for now, and I'll try and find a rugged U-bolt like this, but in this size right here. And of course it has to be longer as well. Okay, so here's a comparison of the UMI Drag Bar compared to the factory bar. You can see quite a difference in thickness, and it is solid, it's not hollow. Okay, now we're going to put the mount for the sway bar end links in. And we'll put a little Loctite on it. Well, they don't give any torque specs on these, but just by taking them out, they weren't in there all that tight. Okay, so now we want to reinstall the bolt that holds the brake lines. This doesn't have to be very tight. You'll know when you take it out. It ain't. You don't want to go. You don't want to over tighten it. I'll put a little Loctite on it too. So what's going to have to happen is we're going to have to get it welded. Probably on the front side and down here. Okay, so there, the driver's side's all installed. Now I'm just going to do the passenger side same way, so I won't bother filming it. Okay. Okay, so I got the zip ties holding it on. I'll do the same thing on the passenger side. Okay, so now we got to put our polyurethane bushings on. I just put it roughly where I think it's going to go. And these have grease fittings, so I can grease them after I get the bar installed. Okay, so we got her hanging loose. I'm gonna just snug them up a little bit, and then I gotta center the bar. Okay, so here's the adjustable end links. They're supposed to be set exactly the same right now, and when you put them on that way, that means it's neutral. And you never adjust the driver's side, you only make your adjustments on the passenger side. Anyway, I'm going to install them neutral for now until I get these here things here welded on. We'll install one here. These nuts here are supposed to be tightened to 120 foot-pounds, it says. Seems a little excessive, but something maybe I'll do too is a little bit of synthetic grease up on that. I'll just leave it like that for now. I can see if I can find a deep socket. Anyway, we'll go put the one on the other side. Okay guys, so it's the next day. I had to go get a 15/16 deep socket so I could tighten these here up. And I started editing the video, and I noticed a couple videos that I thought I shot were missing. Anyway, when you go to install this driver's side piece, there's a bolt right here that holds brake lines on. You got to take that out. It's 13 millimeter. It's not in there very tight. You can take it right out, and this whole thing will just kind of shift back on its own, so you don't even have to pull it. And then you can slide this in and then just bolt this up and then put that bolt back in. Okay, the easiest way to do this is have somebody to help you. But if you don't have anyone, like I didn't have anyone to help me, you slide these U-bolts on, and then these here mounts, you got to put them up on and then lift the bar on. So what I did is I used zip ties to hold this on each side. That way I could just lift the bar on one side at a time and get the nuts started. So that there made that job a lot easier, because that bar is quite a bit heavier than the factory one. On the sway bar itself, this end link goes on the outside, and there's two holes. I got the front hole, and then there's a second hole. They recommend this front hole for cars that are spending time on the street, and then this second one is like for a strip car, because the further back, the stiffer the bar is. So anyway, now I'm gonna torque these on, and the instructions say 120 foot-pounds. To me that's too much. I'm just gonna go 80. The reason I don't just follow the instructions is because they also said that these bolts here were 5/8. Well, they're not. They're 15/16. Okay, so I'm going to torque this top one to 80 foot-pounds. And we'll go ahead and do the bottom one as well. Just do that on both sides. Okay, next thing we want to do is install the grease nipples on for the bushings. Just screw them in on both sides. Okay, so far as the torque on these, they didn't give a torque spec on these. I just tightened them up till I felt tight enough to me, I guess. Then the last thing you got to do is grease them. So I greased them until I got some grease coming out both sides, and now I'll clean up the excess. Okay, so I'm just taking it for a test drive to see if I notice any negative effects from it, like noise or if the car handles funny. Okay guys, so I just got back from taking the car out. I was probably out for 15 minutes probably, and I didn't notice any difference. The car rides the same as it did before. I didn't notice any new noises, so I think she's gonna be all right. I just gotta take it and get them brackets welded up, and when I get set of ET Street R's for the car and I get some traction, if it happens to pull one way or the other, you can adjust it and take some of that out, I guess. But like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I should have done a little more research. This bar really isn't for a car like mine. My car is not making enough power. I'm not leaving hard enough. But if you have a car with a 3600 or 4000 stall converter in yours, this could help with traction. Anyway guys, that's how you install it. Hope this video helps somebody out, and we'll catch you in the next one.